Welcome to Times India TV. Today, India is celebrating 75th Independence Day. On this special day, we have a special guest, Dr. Pallavi Vasudha Vishwas, who is the founder of HappyHarmony. Really having her excellency on this special occasion to speak about our India, milestones set by India. Really, it makes us so very, very special. So, without doing further delay, let us move into the program. First of all, before we starting the program, let us ask Her Excellency Dr. Pallavi Vasudha Vishwas to share her brief self-introduction so that we can clearly understand more about her. Over to you, ma'am, please.
Thank you so much, and a big namaste and greetings to all from the land of happiness and harmony, India. Thank you. I'm Dr. Pallavi Vasudha Vishwas. As Sir rightly said, I'm the founder of HappyHarmony. I'm the author of my debut book, From Hustle to Harmony, Master Work, Life and Happiness. I'm also an internationally certified harmony happiness coach and a work-life harmony expert. A journey that started 2 decades ago as a telecom engineer and went on to become the head of it in one of the management colleges, which gave me a chance to make a difference in the lives of youth. And today, as the International Harmony Happiness Coach, I'm on a mission of spreading smiles across miles through my venture, HappyHarmony. Thank you so much, sir, for inviting me for today's session.
That's so great. That's so great. But there should be a discussion on your book, Hustle to Harmony, because it's a contradiction. Because where there is no hustle, there will be harmony. But the title is Hustle to Harmony. That's so great. One day we'll have a discussion on that because it's interesting. Because the title is very interesting. So that book naturally it will be. So anyway, we'll move into the program. So today, India is celebrating its 75th Independence Day. Our nation is very much happy to celebrate this occasion because there are so many achievements, milestones, advancement in all the sectors. So at this moment, let us recall both sides. But before that, let us focus on our achievements. So what, according to Dr. Pallavi Vasudha Vishwas, what are the some milestones set by India during the journey of these 75 years?
Absolutely. As we celebrate India's 75 years, Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav, what better day than to reminisce the milestones that we all have, in fact, cherishing them now, and we are witnessing the fruits of it. For me, the milestone begins the day we embrace this independence, 1947, 15th August 1947. And the day this milestone was, we were bearing the freedom and independence for the immense sacrifices laid down by the freedom fighters. So for me, that is one of the major milestones because of which we are standing here today and discussing our great country's journey. The second milestone, or you could say the few milestones that are very near to me and which I feel that each Indian is proud to be, one of them would be the day we became again the Republic of India. That was 1950, the year 1950. And what a way that we have traversed through the various phases of technology, the milestones of education, the right to education that came into force, which gave the basic right to every child in the age of 6 to 14 years to embrace education. And education being the foundation of every civilization that we say, and we are the oldest civilization, the Indus civilization that we have. So also going ahead, we had the first female president, Pratibha Patil. And once again, this year, we are blessed with the first tribal president, Ma'am Murmu Ma'am. She is the first tribal president. So in fact, all these milestones, be it technology, be it education, be it our nuclear power program, and of course, ISRO, the Indian Space Research Organization, which has given us the blessing, or rather the proud moment where we have launched our first satellite of course, our indigenous satellite, and so many programs that are ongoing through ISRO. And we are speaking. That is all because of the satellite technology and everything that we have seen the development and growth throughout our country's journey.
Wow. That's so amazing to hear from you, Excellency. Great. So the next question is, of course, there are many milestones we are talking about today. Really, we deserve more even. At the same time, there are certain areas India is lagging behind. Still, we can see the poverty. Millions were under a prison of poverty, hunger, malnutrition, lack of infrastructure. There are so many problems and so many gray areas that we are seeing today. But anyway, what, according to Dr. Pallavi Vasudha Vishwas, what are the areas that India is lagging behind? So how can we cope up with those challenges?
Absolutely. As you said, the coin has two sides. Where there is progress, there is scope for improvement. So there are quite a few things that we need to take care of, not only as a nation, but also as a human being, as a citizen of India. So where we have spoken about the right to education, are we really reaching all the grassroots? Are we reaching everybody who is there, the children who are in need of education? So there need to be policies, there need to be things that will reach the education, not only to those people in urban area, the children in urban area, but also those in rural areas. Also, we need to have things that will cater to the economically backward children who are coming from economically backward strata, so that they can really take forward this education, because there are many children who really feel they should go to schools, but how many of them can really pick up that slate and go to school? Their dreams remain unfulfilled. So we need to give that helping hand to them, or rather there should be such policies, or there should be people who are going out over there in rural areas and taking care of the education of children. Also, once the education is there, are we really having that quality of education? And when we speak of quality of education, it is not limited to books. It is not limited to textbooks. It goes way beyond that, the life skills. We realize these life skills, how important they are once you are thrown out in the world, and then you realize, oh, somebody should have told me this, or somebody should have guided me this. So it could be anything, the life skills that we are experiencing. It could be as far as financial literacy is concerned. It could be the way you communicate, the way you take care. All of us are imbibing so many values, but when it comes to applying those values, how far are we doing it? So all this should be a part of, it should be a holistic education that I feel that each child should get, so that you see the fruits, because when we aim for sustainable development, all this counts for. So the sustainable growth, I feel somewhere we are lagging behind. Also, when we spoke about technology that is being there, but how many resources are poured into the technology? How many funds are being given for all these technologies so that they reach everywhere? Also, I feel sports. Recently, the Commonwealth Games, we've seen how well the sports people have come up with those golden moments for all of us, a proud moment for all of us. But we know the struggle story of each sportsman out over there. So can we make these struggle stories into glory moments right from the beginning for each one to feel proud of? Because when you hold that medal in your hand, the smile, let that smile be there always. Because behind every smile you feel there is a sad story. But let us get together. Rather than having sad stories, let us have those stories where each one says, yes, I got the facilities, I got the infrastructure, I got the motivation, I got the support of not only my family, but this country, this motherland where I am born, I got that support. And today, because not only for those sports people, I myself, I experienced what pride it was when our flag was flying out high over there after each event where we won that gold. And yes, when the national anthem is playing, you have just tears of joy. So I feel sports, education, also rural development, where we say majority of our development, our growth, when we look back, comes from we are an agricultural based country. So how much are we doing for that agriculture to grow? How much are we doing for our farmers? Do we have to just awaken or just shed a tear when we hear the sad story of some farmer committing suicide? I'm sure nobody wants to do that. So let us have policies, let us have those, you could say, a little bit of changes, amendments when the farmers need that helping hand, because each one knows that after certain things are done and after you just sit crying over it helps nobody. The food, in fact, the milestone, that green revolution, that was one of the major revolutions where we became self-sufficient as far as food production is concerned, and the white revolution where we all know the development of the dairy farming that happened. That was one of the largest rural development programs that happened. But do we stop at that? It has to be a continuous growth. It has to be a continuous journey. We get the food, we get the milk to drink, we are getting so many amenities, but those people who are working for it, the farmers, how much are we doing for them? Let us respect those farmers. Let us respect the food that we are getting on our table. So we also lag behind, I feel, what all we are doing for the farmers. And most importantly, I being a woman, I also feel the woman workforce that we see, although we are telling, yes, there are many people, many women workforce in the corporate, they are doing great work. Just now, which we said that we have 2 female presidents for our country, the biggest milestones. But are we really looking forward to women in the major lead roles in corporate? Do we have those women leaders really who are getting the support? Again, yes, are we getting the motivation to go ahead? Or does it remain only for books? Does it only remain for those laws that are made for the woman? But in reality, how much is there reaching to every woman? How much is that when we say that when a woman is educated, the family is educated, so does the society get educated, and so does the nation grow. So here, if the woman is given those really, all those motivation and support to go ahead, I'm sure it will make a lot of difference. So for me, according to me, it should be education, some amendments for the farmers, then also the health care. We've seen the COVID. Everywhere it was really a challenging time for all of us, not only we as a nation, but as humanity, each one was challenged with COVID. And how many people got those healthcare facilities? Some were lucky enough, their lives were saved. But again, we need to have some primary health medical centers which are really reaching the grassroots. So all these things, I'm sure we are on the path of growth and development. These things will happen, but we also need to look, when we are looking at the positive side of our growth and development, let us not forget where we need to grow up in improvement, where we need to cater to all these things which are really burning issues, I feel. So on this day, I feel, yes, things can happen if we make it happen.
Yes, we'll make it happen, because you are there now with that smile, and you spread that smile to all over the world, not only for our country. Then wonders happen, HS. But I have a question for you.
Yes.
Women in corporate sector, You stopped in the middle. You didn't give us a clear picture. What do you say about that? Whether they are advancing or not? What is your opinion? And what is your opinion about that women empowerment, where we are at present on 0 to 10 scale?
Yes. I myself, like, as I said, I started my journey as a telecom engineer. I have been in corporate, and women are obviously, they are doing their bit of enhancing their own skills and everything. But when you see the struggle part, it is not really that rosy. Struggle is not struggle is there for everybody. No, it's not. It's there for each one's life, be it a man or a woman. But when you say that, are women advancing in corporate field? When a man advances, maybe that ladder is a little bit, those steps are smaller. But when a woman has to advance in corporate field, those, you could say, the leap or that ladder, those steps are fairly big enough. She has to put in everything that she has, and yes, she is advancing in corporate field. But if you see the numbers also, women in the top leadership posts are fairly less.
Okay, maybe, but nowadays the mindset is entirely changed, because I sent a message to 500 people in through various groups that we are doing this program, Explore India. I received 50, what we call 50
messages.
50 messages, in which 45 are from women leaders. Really, I got shocked. And not only here, but everywhere, even in jobs, even in ranks, wherever we see, in top 10, we can see 70 or 60%. Majority parties occupying by women leaders only. But I hope there is a day when women take initiative. Of course, now they are behind the screen. Even gents are ruling, but there is a hand of women behind that leader. But hope the day comes. The day comes sooner when women take lead, and of course they are supposed to lead because they are meant for that. The day will come soon.
Absolutely. For me, and one question which you asked about women empowerment,
yes.
For me, it is more of trust and respect. So whether you're a woman or a man, the basic respect has to be there. So women empowerment is when people mistake it that you are giving power to a woman. I feel that it is the respect that should be endured to every human being, and especially a woman, because when this starts from home, when you have your children, your son and daughters, you should be starting with those values of respect. So, it comes naturally. So when you see that, when people say that somebody was behind my success, it should be somebody was along with me. So when we are holding hands together, let it be with trust and respect. So for me, that is what is more important. And yes, the sky is the limit, as you said. Yes, women are making things work better for the betterment. And there are many women already out over there who are making a name for themselves. But let it be naturally, let it be a process where, yes, it is a process that again, the story is of respect and trust, where women can proudly say, yes, people are walking along with me, not behind me. So that is what I feel. Thank you.
Yes. Next question. Actually, it is the dream of every Indian to proudly say that we are in a developed nation and India is a developed country. But still, we are saying that India is a developing country. So, according to Dr. Pallavi Vasudha Vishwas, by which time in future, by what time India can reach that mark, India is a developed nation? Is it possible in near future? If possible, when India can advance in all aspects? What is your opinion about that?
Absolutely. I feel it's a very, very bright future. In fact, we are already on the path of seeing that glory, or we are in fact,
of course, any time frame. What we are asking is any time frame.
Yes, for me, in the next 5 years, we should see a great nation, we all of us. In the next 5 years, we would be sitting over here, and maybe the same video when we play that 5 years ago we were speaking this,
yes,
5 years
that's what. Actually, yes, that's because we are celebrating 75th Independence Day. As we celebrate 80th, then we have to sit and we have to talk about on that Independence Day celebration after 5 years. Yes, I'll keep this video as a token of.
Absolutely.
We'll do that. We'll do that.
Yes.
Then thank you so much. And I will go further. What is the contribution of Dr. Pallavi Vasudha Vishwas to our nation?
Before we begin that, a few lines in Hindi, it is, वतन हमारा मिसाल है मोहब्बत की, वतन हमारा मिसाल है मोहब्बत की, तोड़ता है दीवारें नफरत की, तोड़ता है दीवारें नफरत की, मेरी खुश नसीबी है कि मुझे जिंदगी इस महान भूमि में मिली है. So my contribution begins from there, that I was blessed. My birth, I was born an Indian. So my contribution to my country is that I have been really a faithful Indian by way of birth. And yes, the work that I'm doing and the work that I shared with you now is that I am doing everything that will put our nation for happiness and harmony. So the work that I'm doing is basically for youth and women, that we will be a nation that each one feels, as you said, the happy smiles each one would be carrying. And yes, the normal thing is being a responsible citizen is doing little bit. Of course, I do contribute in way of funds, in way of taking sessions for the children, for their education. For women also, I'm taking sessions. Also, as a responsible citizen of India, is we need to obey the rules. We need to do our bit. As I said, day to day is living by the values that our country is, live by the value of integrity, live by the value of the truth, live by the value of non-violence. So all these are a part of my living, which some way or the other is reflected, although you don't spell out the values each time, but it is reflected in my work and my contribution towards our country. Thank you.
Fantastic, Excellency. Actually, the main objective of this program is spreading happiness to everyone.
Absolutely.
Sharing smiles to everyone, because there are millions of people in India who are unable to celebrate the festival as we are celebrating. Absolutely. Because it is due to lack of essential commodities. It is due to lack of health or sickness. So there are several reasons they are far behind in celebrating this festival. So we are expecting they must join us to celebrate this festival in coming days. Let us all together put all our efforts, and of course one day we'll make it. Because I'm asking you the question, what is your contribution? If we ask the same question to 135 crore population, you know what happens? Really, at the time, government feels very happy.
Absolutely.
Because when we all put together and we have utilized all our energies and strengths for our nation, then things will be different. So each one has to pose that question to himself or herself. Then we'll see a beauty, a wonderful world that happens. And last question, from this platform on this special day as India is celebrating 75th Independence Day, what is your message to our youth?
Yes, youth, the future of tomorrow, and those 5 years that we are awaiting, which we said, where do we see India? So youth has the biggest contribution, although we all are contributing, but youth being the biggest contribution. And yesterday was International Youth Day that was celebrated. So a small message from my side, a few lines that I've written for youth. These could be something for each one, but especially for youth is, on this Independence Day, free yourself from anger, free yourself from misunderstanding, free yourself from self-doubt, free yourself from low self-esteem, free yourself from wanting more and more, free yourself from jealousy, free yourself from negative thoughts, free yourself from being someone else, free yourself from comparison with others. Embrace the independence of happiness. Embrace the freedom to speak the truth. Embrace the courage to stand up for the right. embrace the accountability of the gift of life, embrace the vision of good and positive in others, embrace the responsibility of betterment of humanity, and embrace the peace and harmony for all. Thank you.
That's so great. That's so great. Your message is clear and louder and crispy.
Thank you.
Short but very sweet and straightforward. Thank you, Excellency. Thank you so much for the first thing is sharing your precious time with us and giving wisdom, the knowledge. Really is a special program. In the beginning, I said that it is going to be special. You made it. You have done a best job. And thank you so much. And I hope that we'll meet in next program. On behalf of our Times India TV viewers, I thank you very much. And I wish each and everyone a very happy Independence Day. We see Our Excellency Dr. Pallavi Vasudha Vishwas in our upcoming